flood was 40 days upon the earth, and the waters increased, and bare up the ark, and it was lifted up above the earth. And the waters prevailed, and increased greatly upon the earth. And the ark went upon the face of the waters. And the waters prevailed exceedingly upon the earth, and all the high mountains that were under the whole heaven were covered. 15 cubits upward did the waters prevail, and the mountains were covered, and all flesh died that moved upon the earth, both birds and cattle and beasts, and every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth, and every man. All in whose nostrils was the breath of the Spirit of life of all that was on the dry land died. And every living thing was destroyed that was upon the face of the ground, both man and cattle, and creeping things, and birds of the heavens, and they were destroyed from the earth. And Noah only was left, and they that were with him in the ark. And the waters prevailed upon the earth 150 days.
The flood of Genesis 6 remains the most referenced, most studied, and most talked about rainstorm in history. When it finally ended, the Lord sent a wind to blow across the waters, and the floods began to disappear, for the subterranean water sources ceased their gushing, and the torrential rains subsided. So the flood gradually receded until, 150 days after it began, the boat came to rest upon the mountains of Ararat. Some believe this means a region, and others believe it specifically means Mount Ararat, which is in what is now eastern Turkey. 3 months later, as the waters continued to go down, other mountain peaks appeared.
And it came to pass at the end of 40 days, that Noah opened the window of the ark which he had made. And he sent forth a raven, which went forth to and fro, until the waters were dried up from off the earth. Also he sent forth a dove from him, to see if the waters were abated from off the face of the ground. But the dove found no rest for the sole of her feet, and she returned unto him in the ark, for the waters were on the face of the whole earth. Then he put forth his hand, and took her, and pulled her in unto him into the ark. And he stayed yet 7 days, and again he sent forth the dove out of the ark. And the dove came in to him in the evening, and, lo, in her mouth was an olive leaf plucked off. So Noah knew that the waters had subsided from off the earth.
The olive leaf was proof that there was dry land out there, dry enough for olive trees to return to their pre-flood growth. The leaf would forever be a symbol of hope, a positive sign of the future. Without even having seen dry ground, Noah knew that the Lord would, in his own good time, bring the earth back to normal. A week later, he released the dove again, and this time she didn't come back. 29 days after that, Noah opened the door to look, and the water was gone. 8 more weeks went by. Then at last, the earth was dry. Then God told Noah, "You may all go out. Release all the animals, reptiles, and birds, so that they will breed abundantly and produce in great numbers." So the boat was soon empty. Noah, his wife and sons and their wives disembarked, along with all the animals, reptiles, and birds. All left the ark in pairs and groups, the ancestors of the animals we see today. Imagine what Noah and his family felt like, having the whole world to themselves, a freshly washed planet Earth. Noah's first recorded act on dry ground was to build an altar unto the Lord, the first mentioned altar of the Bible. He took every clean beast and every clean fowl and offered burnt offerings on the altar. The Lord was pleased with the smell, And the Lord said in his heart, I will not again curse the ground any more for man's sake, for the imagination of man's heart is evil from his youth. Neither will I again smite any more every living thing, as I have done. While the earth remaineth, seed time and harvest, and cold and heat, and summer and winter, and day and night shall not cease. God blessed Noah and his sons, and told them to have many children and repopulate the earth and subdue it. He told them they had dominion over all the animals, and warned them that murder was strictly forbidden. Then God told Noah and his sons, I solemnly promise you and your children, and all the animals you brought with you, all these birds and cattle and wild animals, that I will never again send another flood to destroy the earth. And I seal this promise with this sign. I have placed my rainbow in the clouds, as a sign of my promise until the end of time, to you and to all the earth. When I send clouds over the earth, the rainbow will be seen in the clouds, and I will remember my promise to you and to every being, that never again will the floods come and destroy all life. For I will see the rainbow in the clouds, and remember my eternal promise to every living being on the earth.